the east, from the west. He has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light. Justice for all who are oppressed. He made his ways known to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. As a father has compassion on the children that he loves, so the Lord shows compassion to the ones who fear his name. He remembers we are dust. Our days are like the grass, but his mercy never fades. His faithfulness will last. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Every heart be giving him praise. As far as the east from the west, he has carried my sins away. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Let his mercy cover the night. From everlasting to everlasting, his kingdom rules in light.
I was singing mercy and justice. To you, O Lord, I'll make my song. I'll walk within my house with honor and keep my heart from doing wrong. I will say no wicked thing before my eyes are in my way. The proud will not endure with me. Truth and love will light my day. I'll stand in faith, I'll stand in grace, in purity before your face. I'll guard my steps, I'll guard my gate. My heart and soul will celebrate. I will sing of your mercy, I will dance to your justice, in the rhythm of your glory. My heart beats in your promise. I will walk in your presence till the dawn of forever. In your truth and in your light, we will stand together.
All right, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Excuse me. Good morning, Risk, Wawa, Octavian, Caxton, Sully. Good morning. Beef Patty, good morning. John, Eric. Good morning, good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm excited. I've made some pretty cool progress on the, we're calling it the Trade Companion. That's what we're calling it. It is stinking sweet. I'm not going to lie. Stinking sweet. All right, let's start by taking a look at the market here. I know there's a couple people I need to get the indicators to, so we might try to do that here. But we got about 10 minutes till the market opens. We'll take a look at the market here. We'll start from a weekly, just see what has happened so far. We went higher first and then it dropped lower. We've reached down into the weekly fair value gap. Here's my question. Are we going to go to the monthly fair value gap? Because if we go to the monthly fair value gap, that's quite the drop. We still are only, just keep in mind, we're only 8 days into the month of July. And that is what we've seen so far. So I think it's very possible we reach for this monthly fair value gap, if not the one beneath it. If that's going to happen, I mean, I think if that's going to happen that early, we still could probably see higher prices. We'll see. Weekly perspective, that's kind of what we're looking at here. We've ran the previous week low. From a daily perspective, we are looking at price sweeping this low right here and wondering, is the daily candle going to close below or above it? If we close above it, then we wait for the next candle. Do we see a retracement higher, or do we close below this low? That's my question. The moment we start closing below this low, I think we start getting very close to this previous month fair value gap. The indicators are inside of the academy. Something I made for them. Hey, not too long, you'll be able to make your own indicators. Isn't that crazy? I mean, think about this, guys. The thing I'm going to release is literally going to cause companies to not make money anymore. That's just blowing my mind to think about. There's companies that make thousands, tens of thousands of dollars off of this stuff. There's content creators that gate their indicators. I'm one of them. I mean, I don't charge for just the indicator, but I know I can tell you a name right off the top of my head that the way he makes money is he creates indicators and he sells them for a monthly subscription. I know other creators that create their whole income base off of these gated indicators and strategies. And the tool I'm going to give away for free, I can't believe I'm even saying that, is literally going to allow you to copy and replace all of them. All of them for free. Isn't that crazy? That's insane for me to think about, that I'm going to give something like that. I never thought I'd be in a position to provide that much value to the community. It's crazy to think about. I don't have it. It's not released yet. I haven't released it. It's the only place that it's on is on my computer right now. Now, I will tell you that those inside the academy, this is my only plug. Those inside the academy, they're going to beta test it for me first. So it will be released to academy members first. And then to the general public, for sure. I mean, it's a huge, absolutely massive value, what I think it is. I've thought about putting a subscription based on it. But I think what I'm gonna do is provide the mass majority of the features for free, and then offer some pro tools that are gonna be added. All right, so from a daily perspective, that's kind of what I'm thinking about, is how do we close? How do we close right here? So that's what I want to know. The Academy is down in the description. You can find it. It's one of the links, YouTube/Academy. It's thepurposedriventrader.com/YouTube/Academy. It's a one-time fee, no monthly subscription. Everything that I've ever taught is in there, including the 30-day roadmap. All right, now let's get down to the 4-hour. This is where we start seeing really what do we got. And look at this. We might be really heavy. We still have London low down here. So we left London low. We got 30 minutes. I'm not even going to consider this as a 4-hour fair value gap. I'm pretty sure we're going to smack that, clean that up. Then we got these equal highs sitting right here next to that 4-hour fair value gap. This is the one that would be of interest to me. That 4-hour fair value gap looks to be interesting. And the other reason is, if you look at this previous range, so this is our dealing range that we're dealing with. But then you need to look at the previous dealing range right here, right? So this created this, right? When you look at the previous dealing range, look what our first fair value gap is. Our first inversion that we run into. It's right there. And see what it overlaps with? It overlaps with this 4-hour fair value gap. This is where I think price will want to go. We also have this nice 4-hour wick right here. See that wick? That wick, I think, is going to hold price down temporarily at least. It's going to do its job, potentially come up here, tap that, which also would satisfy this 4-hour inversion. This will hold it down, and price will reverse somewhere in this area. Now, does that happen today? I don't know. But I know that when price comes up to this level, that's how it's going to engage with it. So that's the 4-hour time frame. We're going to also look at ES here, but let's go to the hourly. The hourly has just been retracements, 4 hours of retracement so far. Market opens in 3 minutes. I wait for the first 15 minutes of market open before I take a trade, so there will be no trades until about 9:45 or after. It does look like we've ran the London low. London low looks as if it was ran here. So no London low for a potential retracement lower, which initially I was thinking when I saw the 4-hour. So we got this large hourly that we're in right now. That is not my favorite because it changes how we trade. We're going to need to wait, or at least consider waiting until this candle closes, and if it closes up in this range, I think that's better for us. If it inverses this hourly that's sitting right here. We also have the new week or new day opening gap up here. Also the London high here, and the unmitigated midnight open and the unmitigated Asia high. Those are all beautiful draws on liquidity. We are in a downtrend, so we have to be very careful on taking longs right now. If I'm going to take longs, I need confirmation that we are going to go higher. Now, we have had a major sweep of liquidity. We've retagged the weekly. It's very reasonable to anticipate some form of retracement. 50% of this entire range is sitting right here. I don't think I moved my previous day high. Let's anchor this correctly. Yeah, I don't think it's not FOMC. I think it's just the minutes. We can double check. All right, market's open. See, today is Wednesday. Minutes, yeah, FOMC minutes are at 2 p.m. today. No other news. No, it's a good day. It's a good, clean day to trade. Let's go ahead, open in prayer here real quick. Good morning, Father. We just honor you today. We just pray that you would direct our steps. Lord, I thank you that you're good. You're a faithful Father. Lord, today we give you all the glory, honor, and praise. We acknowledge you and we declare that it is you who gives us the ability to produce wealth. So as we look at the charts today, Father, may you give us wisdom and understanding. And may your name be magnified in everything that I say and do. In Jesus' name. And everyone said in the chat, amen. I need a back support. I need a new chair. I want some more back support. Chairs are expensive. How many have you guys ever looked for office chairs? $400, $500, $800 for a chair? Wow. I didn't know having a chair was a luxury. Marcelo, no, I'm not Catholic. Look at these equal highs here. These equal highs on ES make me anticipate higher prices at some point. All right, I am loaded. I got my copiers done. Yesterday was a great trading day. We took a loss on our first trade. And then our second trade, we made everything back and ultimately walked away with about $4,700 on all my accounts. Let me rephrase that. That made it sound like I made $4,700 on each account. I made $260 on each account. $260 on each account, which added together with all my accounts came out to be about $4,700. Yeah, it has been wonderful. I've been very grateful to the Lord. I'm looking at the 15-minute candle here. So we got a couple things. We have some relatively equal lows on the 15-minute right here. And then we have a 15-minute fair value gap here that I'm not convinced we're going to go towards. We also have this volume imbalance right there that we have tagged the 15-minute multiple times. We'll see how this 15-minute closes in about 7.5 minutes. But everything on the 15-minute except for this has been mitigated. So we'll mark it. We've filled half of the opening range gap already. There's a 70% chance that happens in the first 30 minutes of market open. We have our swing high here in midnight open, Asia high. All of these are very attractive, but we're inside of a large 15-minute fair value gap right here. This 15-minute fair value gap makes trading hard in the AM session, because especially if you want to go long. But right now, it's more likely, oh, look at this, for it to go potentially lower. So see that 15-minute fair value gap right here? That inversion fair value gap? Look at this. Bloop. Tagged it. Price reached up to the 15-minute inversion. This is why I told you here that I'm anticipating that we reach up to this 4-hour inversion that's sitting over here that I didn't mark, that's overlapping with this 4-hour. That's why I said that. Look how often price will reach for the previous leg's inversion. Previous leg right here, inversion. It reached for it. Now, it doesn't mean it turns and reverses. I'm just saying, look at the accuracy as far as where it wants to reach for and then pull back from. That's exactly what I'm showing here on the 4-hour time frame. Same idea. Previous leg, 4-hour fair value gap, or 4-hour for inversion. It's overlapping with this 4-hour right here, and it's the middle of the previous day range. All beautiful stuff. This makes this target area very attractive to me. Now, if we continue to make our move higher, I might be able to look at that. It's just very hard for me to want to run higher when we've just we've been slightly heavy. Now, I think we're in a higher time frame consolidation. What does that mean? That means this really could be our low and we could just be going back up into the range. That's very doable. That's very possible. So I can't let that fear of prices look heavy keep me from wanting to go long either. I just need to see where is the evidence clear and where do I see my model in a clear way, and then I just take the risk with proper risk management and see what happens, right? That's really what we got to do. So we're pretty close to London high already on this 15-minute candle. If we get a BPR right here, meaning we close out this whole section with a balanced price range, when we go higher, I anticipate it to find support to move higher again. That's how I would treat that. And it doesn't have to be in this one candle. It could be in this hourly candle. 18 minutes. Let me see how nice that would look. You could probably even look at the 4-hour. See that? If we get I think that's the clearest example. If we get the 4-hour candle to close above this down close candle, and even more impressively, this down close candle, if we close up here on that 4-hour, this is a reversal. It's a reversal signal. That means price may reach back lower, but it's going to go higher. So that's going to be my litmus test, I think, for longs. Until then, I probably should just wait and be patient. I haven't even looked at lower time frames yet. Let's look at the 5-minute. I like that 5-minute there. We have our 930 there. Nothing's unmitigated on the 5-minute time frame. So you look at all of this price action, everything here has been mitigated. including this 15-minute. This 15-minute did not. So this could be a breakaway gap. We might not, we don't have to come back down to that level. Do we have any targets above? We have a 5-minute right here. We'll mark that. And then once we reach that, it's just these sweeps of liquidity right there. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Yeah, it would have to be a very bullish day for us to start moving through all that. Because once you hit here, the next fair value gap is up here on the 5-minute. So we have if you look higher than this, the next fair value gap above the one that I just marked out right here is up here. That's 250 points away. Everything else has been mitigated, tagged. The only untagged one is up here for 250 points away. That's a tall order in my opinion. All right, market's going to close here, or the 15-minute candle's going to close here in 30 seconds, and we're going to see a large bullish candle, more than likely closing above this inversion, making it a clear sign for longs. So then the question is, if we're going to participate in this long, where is our entry? If we're going to use London low as our potential target, midnight open as a potential target, that's still 60 points away from its current level right now. That's doable. We can make that work. So let's see what we can find here. Let's see what we can find. We don't have an inversion here. We have a fair value gap here. It may leave this one open and it may take off right now. If it closes above this down close candle, you could take a momentum type trade and you could try to get 37 points once it closes above these candles, which is very possible. We don't seem to be getting the large retracements, the whiplashing, the whipsawing back and forth, so that's not unreasonable to consider, just based on the characteristics that we're seeing in the market right now. That looks good. It really does. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to pass. But my anticipation is now that we've closed above here, we're going to run for the high. For 30 points, it would be a 1-to-1 risk to reward, because you don't want to have your stop larger than 30. So I'd say 30 points, 1-to-1 risk to reward is what that would be. I'm not taking it. Let's see if it plays out though. Here's your 1-to-1 risk to reward right there. I just don't like, it's not enough. The risk to reward is not good for me, so it doesn't make it as attractive. But based on what we're seeing, the characteristics of the price action so far, I don't think it's going to come all the way back down here. I think it's probably going to run it. Yes, we had a great anniversary yesterday. For those that don't know, yesterday was my 19th wedding anniversary. Took my wife out to dinner. We got some acai bowls. We chatted. We looked back over the last 10 years of life together and looked at all the events that took place in our lives. We had our youngest son was born. Our youngest son was born 9.5 years ago. It's crazy. Life is so different than what it was. I wasn't making videos then. Wasn't trading then. I was a 29-year-old dad of 3 boys in real estate. That's what I was. Still am, but now I'm 10 years older. All right, so price hasn't stopped it out yet. I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking this. This is just to see if I'm in tune with the market with the lack of whip sign. I think we're probably going to run it. If we don't, that's good news for us, in my opinion. It's good news for me because I would like to use this as a draw. So if we can come lower, even down to this 1 minute, I mean, the risk to reward for this 1 minute is way less. Better opportunity. If you see, if we took an entry there, our stop could be at this low. Target could be at that high. That's a 2-to-1 risk to reward about. Even more so this 5 minute right down here. That's too far, I think. If we get down here, I think we're going to run 930. We might even run down here. So the question is, do we want to play the failure swing of London High and see if we can go short? We have a breaker right here. I don't know if I want to do that though. I'd have to wait 15 more minutes. I'd have to wait 15 more minutes because I would want to see where, even though we have a 15-minute inversion right here, so we have a 15-minute inversion in this candle, but the hourly is really my litmus test on reversals. Do we close above this hourly fair value gap right here? This is what's going through my mind right now. That will be my litmus test on longs right there. Right, 10 minutes left, and then it's 10 o'clock, right? From the 4 hour, that's another thing. We didn't run the previous 4 hour candles high. Now, with that being said, if there's an inversion here, this is an opportunity to take a trade, I think. This inversion right here, or right here, we can get it on the 2 minute, more than likely. We could take this, if it gives us this inversion right here for a long, that is a even lower risk to reward for 50 points. That would be attractive. But right now it looks heavy, doesn't it? I mean, we could. It's not a strong breaker. I don't like it as a breaker. I'd rather play this inversion. The 2 minutes not present, so we would have to just play it on the 1 minute here. Right here. So we would play this inversion. That's a low risk to reward, I think. 17 points, roughly. Let's see if it gives it to us. I'm not opposed to taking it. But if we are choosing to go lower, this level won't be hit. So it would turn into a loss. So pretty heavy. This is heavy. This is heavy. Look how heavy that is. But it tried to go higher, it didn't. If I'm looking for a long, if I'm looking for displacement, this is not what I'm looking for, that candle like this. So if this candle closes above this, if it would need to close above here for me to want to take it, to be honest with you. Because if it closes inside of this candle, we could still be heavy and move lower. This is a breaker. That's a beautiful breaker to the downside. I normally don't take breakers to the downside when we have a London high right there. But there are times when it will not run that level and then it runs. This could be one of them. Those are more of the discretionary decisions that I'll make and decide, does my model look good with leaving that London high? Right? Are we heavy enough to continue to the downside? I would have said that if we didn't run this low right here. That was our low. That was our major low, right? See that? We ran all of this right here. Because we ran all of that and dipped into the weekly, I think we could rebound. That's kind of my gut, is that we could rebound here. That's why I feel like this level should and could be ran. And then we have midnight open and then the Asia high sitting there too. But right now, this breaker is still holding quite well. And it's not bad to take a short, maybe down anywhere in this range here. It's just there's risk involved for both sides. It's just, you got to play your convictions. And right now I'm just like, I guess I could go here and use this as a stop. I actually like that idea. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to go short. My stop is going to be at this high right here. I think I'm going to go short. It's my breaker right there. We've showed resistance to it over and over and over again. I think the target would be here, the 5-minute fair value gap at 254. What the heck am I listening to? Yeah, we have a 5-minute fair value gap. That's my target right now. 5-minute has some wicks here that we might be able to break. Let's look at the 15. 15 is going to close in 3 minutes. Then we'll have a 15-minute fair value gap as well. Deciding if I want to try to have it go lower. I'm thinking probably not. My stop is an inversion here, which we could get very easily. We did not run this low. Take note of that. We did not run this low. We left it. That's not a good sign. If we fail this pump higher, I might add to the position to run down lower. looks like it's going to go here. All right, so failed there. I'm going to close it. So took a loss. There's the inversion to the upside. London high should probably be tagged here. Sorry, my face. That's probably better. So let's see if this fair value gap holds and wants to move up to that London high here. That's where I think it's going to want to go since we violated here, or maybe we're just waiting till there's 10 o'clock right there. Let's see what 10 o'clock gives. We closed inside of it. We closed above it. So we have technically a change in state of delivery on the 4 hour. Let's see if it wants to run these two highs right here. Do you see those two? I think we should. I mean, it's so close to them unless we just decide to run the other way without them. The hourly is right here. We have an hourly inversion. So bullish. Let's see what it decides to do here. Is that another hourly? That's another untagged hourly fair value gap right here. Lack of wanting to hit the London high here. Interesting. There's the 15-minute. I don't do order flow like people think order flow. I watch the order flow. I watch the candles flow. That's my order flow. I feel like a breaker right here still looks good to the 15-minute time frame. Holding right here to dip down into this 15-minute. Maybe the 5-minute before it wants to go long. It's 10:06. I am going to try a short here. I'm going to keep it off screen because I think it's a little risky. But just to let you guys know. Gonna watch right around there, see how it closes. This consolidation is not fun. Consolidation is where you start questioning every decision you've ever made. There we go. Nice little push. All right, I'm gonna sell it there. Just for a small little win. Not sure where it wants to go right now because of all the consolidation. So, gonna take it a little bit easy. So it looks, we'll see. Really, this 15-minute fair value gap is going to be a factor in moving lower. I'm okay with missing shorts up here to have the conviction that it wants to, you know, go down here or down here. Because this could just simply be a retracement to move higher again. There's the 5-minute, right? So there's the 5-minute tag. So my initial short was right, guys. The initial short was right. We just had this a little bit of rogueness. I could have set my stop here. What would that have been? I went short here. That would have been a 61 candle stop loss for 83 points. That's a 1.3 risk to reward. That's the hardest thing about the Nasdaq, is sometimes these ranges are so large. This is still it's a valid trade if you set your stop loss here, because that's where most traders would set their stop loss. I didn't. All right, we're gonna have a new 15-minute candle here. That 15-minute candle is dipping down into the fair value gap. It's gonna close inside the fair value gap. That's all reasonable for continuation higher. Are we going to continue lower to reach these fair value gaps down here? There's no 5-minute fair value gap that's lower. There's a 30-minute, unmitigated 30-minute down here, in here. I guess that's reasonable. I guess my initial thought was that we were going to run London high here. So my bias has been on the wrong side, or it was on the right side for the trade that I took, regardless of the stop out. I think we need to play the, man, I feel like we should play the higher trend though. The higher trend is bearish. We didn't close above the hourly to make an order block. We did on the 4-hour, but we didn't do both candles there. Where's my conviction? Finding support here. Not convinced on anything right now. No, Kyle, not in a trade. $9.30 looks like a target for the 15-minute reversal. Did we sweep the high on the hourly? We didn't. Exactly, Andrew. And I think we're in a higher time frame consolidation. I think we're in consolidation. So it's very common when you're in these consolidations that when you sweep these major lows that you get a retracement. Well, you could say we already got it. The question is are we going to continue it? Five minute on ES was tagged. We got equal lows to the downside. 15 minute, nothing. Just a bunch of smashed together candles. Hourly, nothing. Just maybe a continuation to the upside. 4 hour has a 4 hour fair value gap that's sitting right here. This looks nice for a displacing candle. That'd be the inversion right there. I think we should try that inversion to the London high. Let's see if it retests it. Okay, let's see how this looks here. I might take this long. All right, I'm gonna try a long right here. And let's see if it holds from this inversion. Whoops. So it's a long off of this inversion right here. We'll close this based on it not following through on that, but we're going to target London high here. I like the displacement of that candle. And it's bouncing off the 5 minute. We'll see if it wants to give it to us. This will probably be my final trade. I don't want to be, if I'm on the wrong side, I just want to call it a day. London high is here at 415. It's allowable for it to reach this fair value gap right there. I would prefer it to not be tagged, to be a breakaway gap. Gotta let the candle play without being freaked out here. Don't like it. Stop's going to be at the low now. Right there. If it hits that low, I'm out. If it leaves it, great. But this will be, fortunately, a quick live stream if I get stopped out here, because I'm going to call it a day. There's a unmitigated fair value gap down here on the 1 minute. I'm gonna get stopped out. What the heck just happened? What just happened? Why did it add? That is scary. I'm done, guys. It just double filled me. I thought I had my stop loss, but it didn't. Wasn't a stop loss. It added to my position. That was disgusting. Yeah, I'm not going to trade anymore. Nope. Look at that wick. No, I'm done. That it added to my position. I thought I had a stop out there. I thought I set a stop loss. I must have misplaced my trade. But it basically doubled my loss. Way past my max daily loss. That was horrible. I don't even want to look at my P&L. That's nasty, my friends. Well, I guess a day I had to have a red day. It's been over a month since I had a red day. Ah, I just wish it didn't end like that. That's nasty. So all the feelings you guys feel when you take losses, that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. That icky feeling, but then you want to try to fix it. You can't fix it. You just have to walk away. So I'm walking away with an $800 loss. 800. Because we took that first trade that was a loss. I took a small trade in between that really wasn't that much. So That was nasty. Ugh. Painful. Painful. Will you keep the live session? What do you mean? I mean, the live session is going to be on YouTube. It's going to stay on. But I'm probably not going to sit on the charts here. No. I'll accept the red day and walk away and be better for it. I'm not going to, I mean, it feels icky. You watch other YouTubers and they'll comment on this. They'll say like, you know, you take large losses like this and you know, we're supposed to not feel anything. You feel it. You do. It's the reason why you need to walk away. Yes, AMS, 800 across all accounts. It's the reason you need to walk away. You can't try to fix the ick you feel by more trading. The only way you can fix it is by aligning yourself with the truth of the Word of God, in my opinion. And that's where my faith has sustained me for so long. It's the only reason why I'm still here. Reminding myself of who I am. Learning to be a good steward of what has been placed in my hands. So you get these swing of emotions, right? So right now, when I felt that, I'm like, this is the worst feeling in the world. And then guess what else follows right behind it? If this trade starts going in my direction and it starts going long, this revenge feeling starts coming in. Everything in me will want to be like, look, you are right, Tyler. You should just get in it and claim that rightness by making all your money back. That's the internal scream right now. Especially if it goes in my direction. Or if you see another trade that you're like, oh, that's definitely going to hit that low. And everything in you goes, man, you could fix all your feelings that you're dealing with right now by just taking this trade. Sure, you might temporarily satisfy that itch, but there's going to be another day when you do that, and it's going to cause you to blow your accounts. It's just the truth. It's why it's mastering your emotions is the fastest way to profitability. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think London High, I still think London High is the target. I think it's just building the liquidity. It's one of those days. And when you have these days, it's better for you to walk away. I wish I got stopped out when I did. Without the extra contracts, because that went down another 30 points before I was able to close it. So it's 30. It went down another 250 points after I added those extra 2 contracts by accident. That sucks. Yeah. So your best option is to accept the loss, close the charts, walk away, come back another day when your heart is settled, your mind is clear, and you can look for a better setup. Right now, sure, there's probably going to be some setup today, but for the sake of dealing with and handling my emotions properly, it's better for me to walk away. Think of it this way. If I don't do this, I literally risk all the progress that I've built over the past 3 months. The payouts that I've gotten, the payouts I'm about to get, all of that literally could be wiped away. Now, this is disappointing because it's going to delay my payout that I was probably going to take at the end of this week or next week. But that's part of the game. It's part of the game. All right. I'm going to walk away. And maybe go for a run. I think that sounds good. Yeah, I'm just sitting in disbelief at the moment. Look at these candles. These candles are ridiculous. Like, the back and forth on this. No. Like, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. All right, guys. We're going to sign off here. Take care. God bless, guys. Stay safe. Do proper risk management if you're going to continue to trade. Stop when you're supposed to. And we'll see you all tomorrow. God bless.